With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
Last Thursday, President Donald Trump told the world he would decide within the next 2 weeks whether to strike Iran. But just 48 hours later, US B-2 stealth bombers were flying through Iranian airspace, undetected, targeting the heart of Iran's nuclear program. Take a look.
It was the largest B-2 bomber strike in American history, a mission so secret most top officials didn't even know it was happening. Codenamed Operation Midnight Hammer, the strike was meticulously planned but masked by a public bluff. A bluff designed to mislead Tehran, misdirect the media and buy the president time. Sources say the president had already made the call days earlier, despite his public posture of indecision.
Will you strike the Iranian nuclear component? And what time exactly, sir? Sir, would you strike it? Would you please inform us so we can be there and watch? I mean, you don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it, I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do.
In the days before the strike, Trump had made one last attempt at diplomacy. A meeting in Istanbul was in the works, involving Vice President J.D. Vance and White House envoy Steve Witkoff. But since Iran's supreme leader was unreachable to give a go-ahead, the talks collapsed. With diplomacy dead and Iran's nuclear ambitions still alive, Trump decided to act. After cutting short his trip to G7, Trump convened a Situation Room meeting with his top national security team. Trump pressed for details on the military plans, the reliability of the 30,000-pound bunker-buster bombs, and the potential risks.
I have ideas as to what to do, but I haven't made a final. I like to make the final decision 1 second before it's due, because things change. I mean, especially with war. Things change with war. It can go from one extreme to the other.
Once he was convinced, he made the decision. An Axios report citing a senior official said it was a Trump operation. He picked the day, he picked the plan. But his public countdown doubled as a smokescreen, concealing a strike plan that was already in motion.
Now, regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks." That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today.
On Friday, the stealth bombers departed their base in Missouri, as some bombers headed west, acting as decoys. The real strike group flew east into enemy territory. At the golf club in Bedminster, President Trump was relaxed. But by Saturday afternoon, he was in the Situation Room, watching the operation unfold.
Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
A message was sent to Iran. This was a limited strike, not the beginning of a wider conflict. The US now hopes Iran will return to the negotiating table. Bureau Report, WION World is One.